Hey everyone, and welcome to the Wide World of Wrestling podcast. We are here for our WWE SmackDown live reaction. SmackDown should be a really good show. Uh, Last week we saw the stuff with AJ Styles, of course. You guys all know. Uh, yeah, it should be a good show tonight. We got a recap of SmackDown. We got John Gargano versus Austin Theory. We got
Yep.
AJ and Cody's stuff continues. Tonga Loa officially gets put into the bloodline like he wasn't already before. Uh, for sure we'll get a women's match. Oh no. We got Jade Cargill and Indy Hartwell. We got
Nice.
Paula Cruz and Angel Garza for whatever reason. Uh, what else? I know I'm forgetting something, but it's a pretty good SmackDown. I know a lot of people I really like Apollo Cruz. He was one of my favorites in NXT. But I do feel like he was called up too soon. But they put him back in NXT and brought him back to the main roster, then put him back, and then now he's back in the main roster again. So hopefully he's staying.
Hopefully, I think you got to figure something out to do with him because he's a talent. He's a hell of a talent.
Feels like now they got something for him. He's inserted it into the Andrade and Santos Escobar feud, kind of. Not in a big way, but Apollo Cruz has been a United States champion and I don't know about United States. He may no Intercontinental he did, but both of those reigns were terrible.
Yeah, they
Like
weren't
if
the
you ask,
best.
if you ask someone if you ask someone was he an Intercontinental champion, they probably wouldn't even. They probably tell you no, even though he was.
It wasn't that good of a run, man. And it's like, and he wasn't. It wasn't like he was bad for the championship belt. It's like they gave him the belt and didn't know what to do with him after that.
Same with Ricochet. Like he was Intercontinental and US, and they just weren't. But I feel like if Triple H got the book of Ricochet Intercontinental title run, it'd be a lot better. Because
I
the
think
moment,
so.
because when Vince was in charge, nobody wanted them called up because they already knew they were gonna get used good. That's why John Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa it took them years to want to go to the main roster,
Yeah,
and they actually didn't when Vince. Well, Tommaso Ciampa did, but John Gargano didn't go to the main roster while Vince was in charge, which was smart on his part.
yeah, I think so. It would have been ruined.
There's a lot of people: Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Keith Lee did. You can see how that turned out.
Ugh, ugh.
That's just that's just the biggest example of like he Vince like when they called him to NXT, they didn't know what to do with him. Like the only good ones that he did call up good was Kevin Owens and Finn Balor probably, and maybe Bailey and of course some of the women like Sasha
Sami Zayn
Banks,
was a good call up.
Sami Zayn. Yeah, I forgot Sami. Neville was good to a certain extent. Finn Balor is probably one of the best,
I think so. Yeah.
but once
Him
they
and
got
Oscar as well. That was that they did pretty well with her at first, and then they kind of went the wayside with her. But
that's
I
how it
think they
was.
know what they're doing with her now.
It's with a lot of people like Finn Balor. Once he got injured, that was it. Like once he
Yeah,
came back, he wasn't even in the title picture. He wasn't in any feuds. He wasn't doing nothing. Like he didn't even go for the title that he never lost. I mean,
right.
I feel more confident with a lot of those guys at Triple H because essentially those are Triple H guys because Triple H
Yeah,
brought them in. But anyways, we're finally to the show. They're in Louisville, Kentucky, the KFC Yum Center. I don't know if anyone's been there, but I wasn't there, but I drove by it when I went to
it's
the
a nice looking place.
Muhammad Ali's in years back, and it was right near it.
It's a nice crowd. We got that place packed.
Yeah, they had like 9,000 tickets sold. I could be wrong. But I feel like Roman Reigns might return in this. Because why is this the opening segment?
Why is there so much talk about Roman Reigns being taken off the roster?
Was he taking out the poster?
I've heard talk about him being taken off, but I don't know how true it is. You know how the internet wrestling community is.
I know they said that he's fixed to be back for SummerSlam because he actually got done finishing his movie he was filming, which
Yeah, I heard about the movie.
I kept on seeing that he was going to be coming back July 3rd, and he was going to be going against Solo Sikoa at SummerSlam.
See, that's what I'm
Really?
thinking too. Like they could, I don't see any way that he could be off the roster.
Gosh, I thought that Prime stuff was only for PLEs because it wasn't on there for Saudi Arabia. Why do we need any logo on the ring? I mean, TNA did it back in the day, but this ain't TNA.
Keeps the sponsors happy, keeps the money coming in.
Have you ever tried Prime?
No, I've heard. No, I'm not gonna endorse or buy anything that has to do with any of those Pauls. I'm
See,
sorry.
see, I seen it at a gas station and had his picture on like the thing that was set up like a display.
Yeah,
I was debating on getting just to see, I was curious to see how it tasted, but I rather spend my money on something else.
Uh, I heard the kids love it though. You know, but that's not for me.
I know
I'd rather grab me a a Powerade. I'll be fine with that.
Rhea Ripley said it tasted like shit, but I don't know.
No, but I'm not handing any. I'm not giving any money to Logan Paul. Hell
If it was
no.
free, if it was free, I'd take it and just to see how it tasted. So, I'm curious about that. I'm gonna go see on the roster page if he's still there. Not
'Cause I haven't
draft.
even looked yet. I just now heard it like probably 20 minutes before we got on the air. I saw it on like I think it was on Facebook somewhere.
I mean, he's not drafted because as we know in the draft, he would pulled himself from the draft. That's what Paul Heyman said that night when they was
Hmm.
doing the draft that he would. But we already know he's going to be on SmackDown, so like
Yeah,
whenever he comes back, he's going to be right where Solo's at because that's where the story's at. So it
and the
might as
crowd is
well.
clamoring for him.
So they should have just drafted him to SmackDown at that point. But I seen July 3rd was supposed to be his return. Yeah, he's still here.
That's what I was thinking. There'd be no way that he'd be taken off the roster. I knew that was
He's
just
right
some
by he's
BS
right,
talk.
he's right by Roxanne Perez.
See, that's what I'm saying, folks. Do not believe what you see in the wrestling community. Do
I
your own
personally
research.
like if I see that somewhere, I'll go and look, and then lots of times it's not true, but sometimes it is. But
There's a lot of fake wrestling news out there. You just got to be careful, folks.
there's one match I'd like to see at next year's WrestleMania, but I still want to first see that War Games, Bloodline versus Bloodline.
Oh,
Some
that's got
tells
to
me,
happen.
some tells me we're not going to get it. We're not going to get it like we think we're going to get it. It should be The Rock's Bloodline versus Roman's Bloodline, but something tells me it's going to be Solo's Bloodline against Roman.
Yeah,
Roman's
that's what I'm
Bloodline.
thinking too.
I don't want to see that. Well, I got something tells me they're going to do Cody and Orton, but I just go ahead and do Cody and The Rock at SummerSlam. Let's get it done with.
Hmm.
At Survivor Series, you do the War Games and WrestleMania, Roman Rock, or they could do Roman and Rock for WrestleMania 42.
They could. Yeah.
But I still want that War Games match. Like you know how big that would be, The Rock and
That
a War Games match.
that would be huge, man. I mean, take my money now.
That would be the probably the most watched Survivor Series of all time.
I think so. Honestly speaking, that's going to get huge numbers. Huge.
last year's Survivor Series was the most watched, but it just took them a year to break it. But the match I was talking about was the Usos and Tonga and Loa. God,
Oh
really.
yeah, yeah, that'd be great.
I feel like that's gonna happen eventually.
I love how Solo now is more vocal now that Roman's gone. I think that's cool.
Yeah, he's talking all of a sudden.
Don't be fooled. He's a great singer, y'all. And I heard that's true too. I heard Solo can actually sing. I heard that's true.
You never
It wasn't
know.
just a joke that The Rock made.
There's a lot of hidden talents about the blood, like a lot of this, like Tamatonga and
Well, the Usos can dance like a mug. They, I
yeah, I
mean,
know
their daddy taught them how to dance. Rakishi.
that's not surprising. The right hand man.
Has he been appointed Solo's old position? I love how Paul Heyman is he's scared to death. He doesn't know what to do really. He's just doing what he can not to get attacked. It just feels like at any moment Solo can just spike him. We all know Paul Lee, he kisses, ass just to, make sure he doesn't get caught up in the crossfire.
So normally he's always been that way.
Yeah.
Davis, thanks for watching. Yes,
Hey,
and check no
what's up?
one's out. All hell's breaking loose. Wonder if Randy Orton's gonna make his return. Well, I guess return. We haven't seen him since King of the Ring. So
Right.
what was it? What were you even thinking coming out there 3-on-1? You knew this was gonna
Kevin
happen.
Owens is crazy. He doesn't give a damn. He'll go in there. There was 10 folk. If there was 10 people in there, he was still running there.
Yeah, I forgot about these two Street Profits. They went against Tonga and Loa last week.
Yeah, they have been thrown up in the mix lately.
I smell a six-man tag happening.
Right after the commercial break.
Damn, they're going to wrestle dressed up. You don't need no tights. Or who's this? Oh, that was Angelo Dawkins. Like, what the hell? Like, who the hell is that? Damn.
I don't know if you just see that sign that says false tribal chief. That's a nice sign. I like that.
Yeah. I like how, especially for WWE, a lot of the fans are bringing signs again.
Yeah.
I don't know why they stopped. They got
I
boring.
think a lot of the time, not a lot of the time, there are a lot of people getting their signs taken away because I've went to shows where
Yeah.
there've been people taking away signs,
Yeah,
and
some
that's
arenas.
messed
I
up.
went, I went to one in Nashville, 2019, and they took everyone's signs away. Oh, and went to AEW House Rules. It's a house show, and they took everyone's signs away. It's a house show.
That's insane.
Like no one's gonna see these signs except people there. And then Chris made this. He actually made a really good sign, and he tore it up before we went in.
Jeez.
I hope they changed the match. It's Jade and Bianca versus LeRae and Hartwell. It was just supposed to be a singles match.
Hmm.
I don't think Jade Cargill's had one singles match yet.
No, not yet.
I guess they thought she wasn't ready yet. Michael, this is the way you start out a KO kick. Yeah,
Let's
I
think
feel
about Kevin, man. He doesn't care. He'll go in there and fight.
I like their new shirt. I want to get KO RKO. Like how is that possible that they got that set up so correctly? RKO.
It's perfect. It is pretty well done. I like that shirt myself too.
Like how does that happen? Obviously Vince couldn't think of it.
Right,
It was right there in front of everybody.
right in his face.
Instead they did RK Bro. I mean Matt Riddle's a good wrestler, but RKO just sounds a little bit. The team's better. They work well together.
The names are much better fit.
Yeah, I like Matt Riddle. I mean, he's a pretty good wrestler, but I don't know what he's
Yeah,
doing
he's
now.
cool.
I think he's in
He's the
MLW now.
Yeah, I think from what I've seen, he's been doing the MLW.
I forgot what he got released for. He got in trouble or something. I think I don't. But I know
Well,
not
there's a
just
number of things. I guess it was a number of things, and I think like the straw that broke the camel's back, was I think has something to do with his cocaine usage because he kept failing drug tests.
yeah. No, he went away for months because they sent him to go get help, and
Yeah,
obviously that didn't work. So
yeah.
he's been
Oddly enough, if they didn't get him for the weed. They got him for cocaine.
surprised he's allowed in MLW. But I guess they don't. See, some of those places don't check stuff like that.
Right.
But WWE is such a big company that they drug test all the wrestlers.
Yeah, they pretty much do that like on a whim. Like they can do it to any wrestler at any time. So, but the thing is that they don't drug test for marijuana anymore. So I'm pretty sure
Ever
that
since the
they're
stuff
back there getting stoned.
ever since the stuff with Chris Benoit, they really once that happened, they're really cautious about stuff like that.
Yeah, when him and Eddie died, that's when they really took that stuff serious. Especially Eddie. Whenever Eddie died, that's when they really put the hammer down.
Yeah, I remember watching the Dark Side of the Ring episode of how he died. He was in a hotel room. And
Yeah,
Chavo was the one. I guess Chavo would be the last person that saw him alive.
I
Maybe.
think so. I think he was the last person to talk to him.
Fox 13 years. Thank God that the weather's not acting up. How's the show? So far it's been pretty good. I mean, not much has happened. It just started, but yeah, it's been pretty. Fixing me back. There we go. So,
Yeah, it's a good show so far.
I want to go to that, but I'm not going to New York City. You can meet Hulk Hogan, Cody Rhodes, Rhea Ripley, and two other people. I'm not going to New York City. Though. I will one day though.
I'd like to go to New York City one day too. I mean, but yeah, I don't know if it's a. I don't know. It's one of those cities that's like really like it's like you have to have a car to travel in that place. You have to have a car. It's like elbow. Elbow onto elbow in some places. And the thing is, I'm not really good. I'm not really good when it comes to a whole bunch of people like in one place. Like I get like
Yeah.
really, I get like really nervous. So that's one of the reasons why I've kind of shied away from going to New York because I know that It's literally the place that never sleeps, and it's always busy. And
Yeah,
I'm so used to the southern. I'm so used to the southern style. Everything going, easy going.
damn. They're really throwing this Uncle Howdy stuff out. Well, when are they going to do that? I mean, they can't keep. I thought they'd do it at Clash of the Castle, but
Yeah,
I doubt Eric Rowan would want to go to Saudi Arabia. He talked about that on here. Well, not on here, on the Elite Zone. About how he hated going there. He never would go back. So,
I don't blame them.
but they all got stuck there. So
Yeah, imagine being stuck in a strange land that you know nothing about. You don't know the language, and it's like another planet to you. I'm sure it's scary.
you're supposed to be doing a. I talked about it on here one time. Collision in Korea too in
Hmm.
2028. They're going to be doing that. I don't know who's supposed to
Man,
be doing it though. I wouldn't go over there
is it gonna be in South Korea?
where they had Collision in Korea at.
No, the first one was in North Korea, where the
So they're
fans
going to
were
be going.
made to. They were forced to go.
Yeah, I think that's what they're going to be doing. And no, I saw something in 2028 where this one, I think it's an overseas promoter, maybe from I think from Saudi Arabia or something. But they were going to have
Mm.
a show in North Korea, and it's
Now
going
I'm
to be
thinking to myself, how the hell they're gonna pull that off?
Collision in Korea too. I
In
wouldn't.
today's world, how they gonna pull that off?
I wouldn't go.
That's what I'm saying, dude. I would not go.
I mean,
Next thing you know, you'll be a prisoner.
they'll probably do the same thing. Like everybody's forced to be there. If you're not there, you'll probably be killed.
Probably. Yeah.
You know, the guy today talked to Ric Flair about how in the heck you gonna get Ric Flair to go? He already experienced that.
Man.
I doubt he goes.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I doubt he would
I
want to go anywhere near North Korea.
don't know who would want to go. I guess people over definitely should guess.
That's just a horrifying thought. Just
Why would you even
just you know,
like
man.
this person obviously doesn't know the story what happened last time.
Obviously not.
This is gonna be
My
an interesting match
goodness.
because they went against each other at King of the Ring.
Yep.
I think that match was too good. I mean, Jade Cargill and Bianca's a really good finisher, but the match itself wasn't really long, and the match was kind of sloppy for the most part.
Hmm.
But hopefully they get a better. And like they were all like, I feel like it could be hard to wrestle on the stuff the women have to wear in Saudi Arabia and stuff like that.
Yeah, they had to be covered up head to toe,
I feel
pretty
like that could
much.
be it could prevent them from wrestling like they used to. So, or they could be cursed since they got that prime drink in there. So, hey, where are you out here? You're on Raw. You're on Raw. You're on Raw, and you're on Raw.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Why even have a draft if they're just gonna forget it in like a few months time?
I guess because the women's tag titles are on both shows. I guess women competing for the titles can be on both shows. I guess
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's right. Because tag titles go through. Yeah, they go over all the shows. Okay, that's right. That's right.
I'm guessing that's
Just
what
for the
they do.
women tag titles.
It's really best to only have one set and two because lots of times they just like to put women together and they're not even a tag team.
Yeah.
Like that's what Deanna Peraza was talking about in AEW. Like she'd like to see AEW have women's tag titles, but she just wouldn't want it to be where they just put two random women together and that's it. Like
Right.
that's what WWE did. Like they put Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler and like they They should establish tag teams, then do it. Like you got Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter, you got KJ, you got Athena and Billy Starks, and you got actual tag teams.
Right.
I mean, it's alright to have some tag teams who aren't an actual tag team, like I don't know example like yeah. I mean, I guess Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn aren't a tag team really. I mean, they're friends, but
Not officially, I guess,
they're
but
not
you know,
really
best
a tag.
friends.
But they are really good together.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm guessing that's why they got them on here. Because on Raw, they act like they were all going to go against each other.
Hmm.
Uh,
My God, the legs on Indy Hartwell. My goodness.
well, we got 5 people in here. Everyone, thanks for watching. Definitely appreciate you all watching. Jacobs are here for NXT Battleground, and what match are you looking forward to the most?
Oh, good question. Oh, I'm looking forward to. I think everybody is looking forward to Roxanne Perez and Jordan Grace. That's for me. That's gonna be the match. That's history making.
Yeah, every match looks pretty good. You know, they got the women's ladder match. They got Ethan Page and Trick Williams. They got Ola Femi and the triple threat match with Wesley. What else? They got a lot of good matches on there. Normally,
Oh yeah.
NXT has pretty good pay per views. I've watched Who Killed WCW. I've watched like the first 20 minutes of it. I haven't watched the full thing, but it's a lot of real deal stuff.
Oh
Uh,
yeah. They get into the real meat and potatoes of it all. It's pretty good.
I mean, WWE's version of the Rise and Fall of WCW was okay. I mean, and some of it was a lot of it was true, but they didn't discuss some things. But then they made a series of it on the WWE Network at the time, the Monday Night Wars documentary series, and that was a lot better than the DVD version. But even that even left some details out. Uh,
Right.
so this is giving you the everything that they didn't talk about on there. They're talking about more in a.
Right.
I think everyone's gonna know. Everyone knows who killed WCW. I mean, it's a lot of different reasons, but trying to blame one person in particular, it probably would be really the network, really, because
The network. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
because they could still be in business if it wasn't for the network. The network shut them down because they were owned by the network.
Yeah.
Like if you run a wrestling company, never let the network own your company because then they can shut you down and you can't do nothing about it. If they
Yeah.
don't own it,
They're in charge.
if they don't, then they don't want you. You can go to a different network and you can still be in business. But
Right.
I wish Eric Bischoff because he was going to buy out the rights to it and he was going to move WCW to another network. But all he was going to be able to do was like have all the like rights to it, but no TV. Like he couldn't do anything with it really.
Hmm.
So at that point, it
And
was
I heard it was fairly cheap too, like around $2 or $3 million. Chris Jericho was like, "Hell, I would have bought it if I knew it was that much."
I wish they would have sold Eric Bischoff because I would have liked to have seen if WCW could have turned around because like their last episode was really good. That's
Yeah,
when Booker T became the world champion, and Flair and Sting had that match. And it's pretty sad that your last show was the best show you've had in years.
that's true. That was one of the best nitros ever.
See, if I was watching it, I wouldn't watch it because I just be too hard to watch. Like
And
that's
honestly, it was hard to watch because I remember watching it myself, and it was pretty hard to watch. Now, and it was the last one.
like it's so good, and this is your last show. There's not going to be any other wrestling company to watch.
And it takes away the ritual of going back and forth, going from TNT to USA, TNT to USA, and they're so close together. All you gotta do is just go back and forth and just watch it, watch
Yeah,
them both. And that was the beauty of the Attitude Era and the whole Monday Night War. It was beautiful.
Yeah, I miss WCW. Even though I didn't live through it, I still. Yeah, here's their finish. Ooh, that was good. They got a really good tag finisher.
Nice.
Jade and Bianca win. Kind of saw that coming.
I wonder how long it took them to come up with that finisher together. That is pretty nice.
Yeah, it's very unique. Oh. Yeah, we're definitely going to get a triple threat tag match at the next pay per view, probably.
I still don't see them losing those titles yet. Not yet.
They're not losing them yet. I don't know who will beat them, really. I don't want it to be the Kabuki Warriors. They didn't have them too many times throughout the
Right.
whole.
They've had their runs.
I don't want it to be Shayna Baszler. Well, no. Obviously,
I
Candice
mean,
LeRae and Indy Hartwell win them.
yeah.
Or so there's got to be someone different they could have.
I mean, because Shayna, she's war tag team go before.
I don't want to see Kaden Carter and Katana Chance because they've done won them twice. Well, if Carmella was back, I could put Tiffany Stratton and Carmella together. But ooh,
Oh.
y'all shouldn't even came out. Y'all should have just stayed in the back. They squashed all four of y'all.
Damn.
They're not losing those
Jay
belts.
Jay with that boot just throwing it around.
They're not losing those. Yeah, I like to see the match, but they're not losing. I mean, they could lose, but I doubt it.
I doubt they'll be losing. Not to
Well,
those two teams.
we've been seeing Cody mad past while and Nicole just.
But I will say this: when they do lose those titles, I'm predicting that Jay turns on Bianca, and that's going to set up their WrestleMania match. I'm just waiting for Nick Aldis to take off the suit and hop in the ring. I feel like it's going to happen one of these days.
It's gonna happen one of these times. I don't know when, but it's gonna happen. But I think he'll still be the general manager, probably. Like he'll probably wrestle and still be the general manager.
Okay, I see that could work though. They can have an angle where he can be worked into having a match.
They did it with Shane McMahon, so
That's true. Yeah.
he was in the Survivor Series match in 2016.
Johnny Wrestling coming to the ring. Johnny Wrestling. That's a nice sign. I'll give it to these fans though, man. They are really, really creative when it comes to these signs.
Got that situated. Got Johnny Gargano and Austin Theory next. Last week, Tommaso Ciampa and Grayson Waller had a good match.
Yeah, they killed it.
I already know John Gargano can have a good match. So
Yeah, I've seen Johnny Gargano a lot. Like I've seen him at a lot of house shows, and he's awesome at house shows. He's hilarious at house shows. If anybody's never seen him, I recommend it. If you go to a house show, and you get to watch him. He's hilarious.
yeah, I've never seen him wrestle in person. I've always wanted to see him wrestle. I've wanted to meet him several times. I had 3 opportunities, and something happens.
The cool
Uh,
thing about Johnny is that he's one of those rare talents that can be funny as hell and still go in there and wrestle a damn good match.
he's really good as a heel too.
Yeah.
That's what he's best at. Um,
Sexy Red. Are you kidding me? I'm
Uh,
not okay. Believe it or not, I'm not a Sexy Red fan. I never have been. I found her to be a bit trashy, but that's just my opinion.
she brought her audience in.
I like real women.
Uh, Jacobs and Connor was their favorite AJ Styles match. Wow.
Good question. That's a good question. Damn.
From
Oh, jeez.
from TNA, it'd be AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, and Christopher Daniels. The Triple Threat at Unbreakable 2005.
Hmm.
John Cena and AJ Styles, SummerSlam
Yeah,
2016 was good.
that was a great match.
AJ Styles and Shinsuke from New Japan for Wrestling was good.
That's all. That's just exactly what I was gonna say. Their last match in New Japan is one of the best matches ever, ever.
AJ Styles and Kurt Angle was pretty good. Uh, he had a lot of good matches in TNA.
Yeah, he did.
He had a lot of good. Some of the X Division stuff he had was really good. Like that one time almost broke his neck. He went to it where he's on the X, but he flips.
Oh
Well,
yeah, I remember that.
luckily, he flipped enough to not land on his neck.
Dude, anybody else, any normal person would have broken their neck, dude. Anybody else would have broken their neck. But AJ Styles, he moved at the right exact moment. So he
This is a
wouldn't hurt
wild.
any. No. Oh my god. It was a scary bump. If anybody's ever seen that bump, it's probably one of the scariest bumps you'll ever see.
What? There's a lot of stupid people on social media.
You just now finding that out.
Oh, I knew it. Just had to say it again. Uh, you think TNA, if they keep working with WWE, they can pass A? I don't know. Uh,
Mm.
I think if they
That's
keep
kind
working with,
of in the air.
I don't want them to buy out TNA.
Hmm.
I want them to stay a separate brand. But I think if they, yeah, here we go. We just said that earlier. I said I smelt a 6-man tag coming, and
You called it.
but it should be a good match. That's probably going to be the main event tonight. Uh, but I don't think they should buy him out. But I think if they continue working with WWE, they can have a lot of good opportunities. Like they could probably get AJ Styles or uh, Bobby Roode or someone like that to come over for one night and put them into the TNA Hall of Fame or to make an appearance. Uh,
Yeah.
I got a lot of people who are in TNA. Oh damn, they're not going to have the match tonight, are they? Took Paul Cruz out. I bet but they don't even have the match.
See, that's their way of doing it. They're not having the match.
See, I've seen someone said that they took that match off and put LA Knight in a match instead. Which we might get that now, I guess.
Hmm. Yeah, I'd rather see LA Knight, honestly.
When is he over there?
Exactly.
Tector.
I love this whole new thing that LA Knight has, where he just pops up in the shot. He's been doing that lately. He just appears.
You're gonna get it eventually. Here I cooked you last week. Like last week, he said his name wrong or something. Can do LA Knight Camille Hayes tonight. I like to see
I'd
that.
save that for a pay per view. That's what I'd do.
Well, Nick Aldis said screw that. You're gonna do it tonight. That is a good pay per view match though. But I don't think by next year at this time, I don't think TNA will bypass AEW in viewership. But for TNA to gain viewership, they're going to have to get off Access TV.
Mm,
They need to go to a better network, a network that more people get.
right.
Um, which there is options to watch TNA, but not everyone's going to do that. Like not everyone's going to pay for a streaming service, or not everyone's going to pay. Not everyone's going to pay an additional price to watch TNA. Like they're going to watch it, they'll find it on their cable channel or YouTube
Hmm.
TV, or they're going to find it where they are already paying for it. But I think TNA will do. If they continue working with WWE, they can grow a lot more. Uh,
It wouldn't hurt.
they could probably get Natalia over there. They could probably. I wouldn't be surprised if next weekend's TNA's pay per view and they said that WWE's supposed to have some involvement. So
Hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised we've seen some NXT people come over. Maybe
Hmm.
some main roster talent. You never know. But I don't think they'll bypass some viewership, but I do think that they can get their name out there more, and people who do have
Yeah.
access TV will watch, and they can get more people from WWE occasionally. But I probably, if they were going to be AEW, be 10 years from now. But if anyone's got a
It,
shot,
it'll take a lot of time.
but if anyone's got a shot beating AEW right now, it's probably going to be NXT because they've been gaining in viewership here lately a
Hmm.
lot. So, but TNA, they're going in the right direction. I mean, the past few years, they'll take 2 steps forward, take 4 steps back. But
And that's the thing. I've always thought that working together, as far as working with another company, I always thought that would bring more eyeballs in the business itself, which is what you want.
as long as they don't buy them out, it should work perfectly. Like if they could stay the way they are and
Yeah.
work with them like they are now, that would be perfect. Like they could have Dolph Ziggler. They could put him in the Royal Rumble for a special intro, and
Now that's cool. Yeah.
then they could send Roxanne Perez to TNA for one night, or send
AJ Styles. Hey.
yeah. I, I have a feeling that could be a good leverage for their Hall of Fame to get AJ Styles in the Hall of Fame and have one last match.
Yeah.
Or Bobby Roode, he's not really doing. He's a producer, but he was one of the best world champions TNA ever had.
And I'm
Good.
thinking to myself, if they're going to be doing this working relationship with TNA, AJ Styles has got to come into play eventually, because AJ Styles kind of put
Ooh,
TNA on the map. He was one of those people that put TNA on the map.
he's probably the person who put them on the map. Probably. I mean, Kurt Angle was a big help, but
Yeah. But I think the majority of people, when you say TNA, they're going to think of AJ Styles.
ooh,
Jeez.
that didn't look right at all.
Got that adrenaline going.
Ooh, you see how he landed on the side?
That did not look good at all. He's going to feel that tomorrow morning.
Yeah, he's gonna feel that. But yeah, like when someone says TNA to me, there's three people I think of. It's normally Sting, AJ Styles, and Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
But I mean, they've signed a lot more people than normal. I mean, they lost Motor City Machine Guns, but they've signed Mike Santana. Uh, they finally signed Alexander Hammerstone. He's really good, actually. If anyone doesn't know who that is, Alexander Hammerstone is really, really, really good. They got Ace Austin, Chris Bay, Rich Swan's over there, Nick Nemeth, Matt Hardy. Uh, Nick Nemeth, or that's Dolph Ziggler, if you don't know. Him and his brother Ryan Nemeth are teaming up in TNA.
That's
Uh,
cool.
they got Jordan Grace, Rosemary. They lost a lot of big names in their women's division. They lost Deanna Perrazzo, Mickey James, Ty Valkyrie. They lost a lot of.
And some heavy hitters.
Yeah, they still got Masha Slamovich. She's actually pretty good. If anyone doesn't know who that is. But for TNA to surpass AEW, they're going to have to get on a better network. There's no way they can do it on Access TV. But even then, I still don't think they'll beat AEW.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, the majority of fans that I've talked to, they barely know how to find Access TV.
See, I don't even get it. Like I have YouTube TV, and I don't even get it. Like I just subscribed. Like they just now, like they closed down their. Well, I won't say closed down, but they no longer have where you can watch TNA for like $1 a month on YouTube. Now they just have it for $4.99. But
Mm.
on their streaming service, TNA Plus, if you subscribe to it, it's like $9, $10 a month. You can watch the weekly show on their streaming service every week. So they do have ways you can watch it. It just doesn't count in the ratings, or it doesn't count where it matters really.
Yeah.
I mean, it does matter on the streaming service because people's paying the company to watch. But I feel like Grayson Waller is very underrated.
I think so too, honestly. I've been a fan of his for a pretty good while now.
He can do a lot of moves you wouldn't think he'd be able to do. Like I like the move he does from outside the ring and kind of rolls into the middle the the middle row. Ooh,
Verse rope.
then do a roll, then do something like a cutter or something.
It's unique.
Yeah, he's very unique with all his moves. This will be the best match tonight. Watch. Ooh, damn. That was a he got height on that belly to belly suplex.
That was pretty good.
This was a really good match. I like to see Brock Lesnar try to do a suplex like that. He just does the normal belly to belly suplex, but I want to see Brock Lesnar do that. Him throw him up high and then catch him and do a suplex.
That'd be cool.
I know Brock can do it because I've seen him. He swung like Bo Dallas, like one part of the ring all the way to the other.
Oh yeah, I watched that. I remember watching that. It was like he took a sack of potatoes, just threw it.
He destroyed Bo Dallas that night. He gave him like
That was
20
crazy.
suplexes. And ooh, that was a good super kick. These guys are killing it. Alabama's. Ooh, damn. It's kind of like a Canadian destroyer.
Kind of, yeah. Oh,
Suicide dive. Oh, Austin Theory ate that up.
yeah, he ate all of that.
He was saving him, Wade Barrett. What would you rather him do? Push Grayson Waller into that? Ooh, damn. That was really good.
Oh man, that was funny. Grayson Waller pulls him right in the way. He pulls his own partner in the way. Some friends you got there, Austin Theory. That was like that Undertaker Shawn Michaels spot when Shawn Michaels pulled the camera guy into the way, but the camera guy missed him, and the Undertaker hit nothing but the ground.
Yeah.
I forget that was I forget what WrestleMania that was. But yeah, Grayson Waller just pulls Austin Theory right to the line of fire. That was hilarious. Some friend.
That was a good match, though.
That was.
If only you could have got at least 5 more minutes. But that was a really good match between them two.
Yeah, look at Austin. It's like, what the hell, man? What the hell's up with that, man? The look on Austin Theory's face was priceless. He's like, dude, what the hell?
Yeah. I have a feeling once they do DIY versus A Town Down, that match is going to be one. It could possibly be a match of the year
I believe it could be.
because if their singles matches are good, put all 4 of them in the ring and see what happens.
With the title on the line. I mean, come on, that's
Yeah,
gold.
I would personally put it on pay per view because there's more time you could give the match. But personally, if I was doing it, I said this on Twitter and I think I said it on here too. Uh, what I would do was I would have them have a match on SmackDown, DIY versus A Town Down, and DIY loses again, but they
Yeah.
have a rematch at SummerSlam. It's in Johnny Gargano's hometown. But this time, they've lost repeatedly for the tag titles. They couldn't win the titles on Raw. They lost against Awesome Truth. They lost against Judgment Day. They lost against everybody. They can't beat A Town Down. So if they lose again, they have to disband as a tag team. But this time they win at SummerSlam. They win those tag titles.
That's great storytelling right there.
Or you could just have won it the first time. But I feel like if you really want to make a good moment out of it, you could do it that way.
Yeah, winning it, have him get the gold in Johnny's hometown. The hometown kid, the hometown boy gets the gold. I mean, the story writes itself.
And some fans will actually think they're going to lose and they're going to have to disband. And some fans are going to be angry with that. They don't want them to disband. So they're going to watch that match to see what happens because nobody wants to see DIY break up, but they also want to see them capture their moment. And what
Yeah,
bigger stage to do it? It's not WrestleMania, but it's probably the second biggest stage in WWE. And it's in Johnny Gargano's hometown, so I thought they
exactly.
should do it. I thought they should do it that way. But if they don't, is what it is, I guess. But Mr. just comment there. I think Mr. could do a better job. I don't even know you did with Tony.
Believe me, I've let Tony know my opinions. He knows what I think.
What's your favorite WWE pay 2024 so far? Probably WrestleMania Night 2.
Yeah, that was good. I'm with you on that. That was probably the best pay per view so
Night
far.
Night one was good, but night two with the main event and then the triple threat match and then the Rollins and Drew McIntyre and Bailey and Io Sky. That was a really
It's hard to top Cody, winning the big one. It's hard to top that. So to me, that was probably the best pay per view so far.
we watch AEW on the All Elite Zone. The
Yeah,
Wide World of Wrestling podcast is normally for everything except AEW because we do stuff on there, so it wouldn't really make sense for us to do it on here as well. Uh, but we do WWE content on here. We've done some TNA stuff, but we do watch AEW uh, on the All Elite Zone. If you want to check that out, put in the All Elite Zone. We'll be the first to pop up. We do our weekly Dynamite live reactions. We do talk shows. We have interviews. We've actually interviewed a lot of wrestlers, current AEW stars, actually.
yeah.
Some of them have been. Uh, but yeah, we do watch it. I don't think I'm gonna be honest right now. It's really hard to watch, but we do watch it. But here is for everything except AEW, really, because it is called the Wide World of Wrestling podcast. So covering a lot of different wrestling.
Yep.
No, the word. Well, in the story, it would make sense because at this point, all right, here we go. What we got here? All right, I'll respond to that 1 second. I want
The other thing about it like this, it's all about the chase. It's all about the chase to those tag team titles. They lose and lose and lose and still keep trying and keep trying and keep trying. And then when they finally get over, those fans lose their minds. That's what it's all about. It's about the storytelling. It's about
what is
them.
Cody
It's about
fixing
them
to do?
getting. It's about them getting close and not getting it. Then finally, when they get it, that's like the climax of it all.
It's kind of like Dolph Ziggler and The Miz. He kept on going for an Intercontinental title over and over and over, and he'd lose every time. But the last time he said, "If I don't win this time, I'm going to retire," and he won. And Dolph Ziggler and The Miz had a really, really good story. Like that was probably the best story of 2016 in in WWE at
Yeah.
that entire year. Like that's when The Miz cut that really not The Miz, but Dolph Ziggler cut that really good promo that you can watch. It went viral. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Even like motivational channels use that for stuff like that. But the chase is always the best part of the story. But the
Yeah.
most important part is the end of the story. And a lot of people forget that. Uh, Someone like Tony Khan forgets that a lot. Uh, he forgets the whole story from my talking about. But I think that would be the way to do it. Like they lose it, they go against them, they lose. But this time, if they don't win, because they went against Awesome Truth, they lost. They went against Judgment Day, they
Mm-hmm.
lost. They went against Eight Town Down, they lost. So it would just make it even more exciting because you want to see what happens.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to see what's going to happen here. All hell's fixing to lose, probably. I like how they got AJ Styles and the OC back together.
Yeah, I love it.
It's about time they put those guys back together.
It's what AJ wanted the whole time, but the old man had to break him up.
Yeah, that was stupid. Title match. Uh-oh. Cody's gonna give it to you, of course. He is.
They're saying AJ sucks. They know that's not true.
It's official.
AJ Styles is a lot of things. Sucks isn't one of them.
An I quit match. Is that what we're doing? Who's gonna say I quit with AJ Styles and Cody Rhodes? We'll be here all night.
I would love to actually see an I Quit match with those two. Honestly, they would tear the house down, man. That'd be awesome.
Who's gonna quit? We'll be here all. Oh, AJ Styles is pissed.
They that's the thing. They both have a whole lot of heart, so it's crazy to think that one of them is going to say I quit.
All right, the best way to finish that match is someone just gets KO'd, like they get knocked out, and they can't say I quit. That that's the best way.
Or AJ Styles could pull the like the what the Rock did to
Oh yeah,
Mankind and
yeah.
have him and like take a little snippet of Cody
I
saying I quit from earlier that day
like
and
what
knock him out and then just put the mic to his face.
like what he just said. Use that, and then Gallows and Anderson can come out and testify,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
if they want to go that route. But
That'd be hilarious.
I got all those people holding him back. Oh, damn! Knocked all those people down. He knocked Cody down and all those security guards. I agree, Wade. Completely unnecessary. You should be out there doing something about it.
Oh damn!
That was a really good segment right there. I think AJ Styles and Cody's gonna have a really good story. Like looking back on it, well, I'll say it was a really good story. There's a lot
I
of
think
times
so.
when people, there's a lot of times when people say that the story sucks. Like a story sucks, then here's what I say: it was actually really good.
The thing I like about this story is that it's really years in the making. Really,
Yeah, these two they've only went against each other one time, and that was at Backlash.
yep.
So we got part two at Clash at the Castle. 80 Lesbia's segment getting better and better. Yeah. Uh, yeah, I don't know what to say,
Well,
but
that's one thing I'll say. One thing I'll say. I mean, I don't mind that. I just, I just think that Tony needs to focus more on the wrestling aspect of the business instead of the hokiness and cheesiness.
he doesn't know what he's doing. At this point, I
I
don't even
mean,
tweet to him anymore. Like I used to tweet him all the time. I don't even bother because
yeah,
he's not going to listen. Like he only wants to hear when it's good. Anything
yeah,
bad, he can't take any constructive criticism. He doesn't want to hear. He just wants to hear how good it is. Oh, this is good. We're gonna have the best wrestlers. We have the best roster. We have the best this and that. When in reality, we have the worst of it all.
and let it be known. I gotta preface this with everybody listening. We do not hate AEW. We're not bashing AEW. We just think it could be better. That's it. We love AEW. I love AEW. I just wanted to see it do better.
The
That's
AEW
all I
freakers,
want.
the AEW freakazoids don't understand that. They think if you say one thing bad about AEW, then you hate AEW. You want them to go out of business. Just because you say something bad about them doesn't mean you hate the company.
Right.
If that was the case, then I'd have stopped watching AEW a long time ago. That's not the case.
Exactly. Exactly.
But I don't know. Someone's got to do something.
And for fans out there, I mean, it's okay to have your own different opinion. It's okay to have an opinion that's different from others. It's fine. It's fine. It's what makes the world go around. It's different
We all
opinions.
agree on the same
If
stuff,
we all thought the same way, things would be so boring.
right? Like if we agree on everything, then at that point, someone's lying. Someone's lying. If we're
Right.
all agreeing.
Time for Jericho to retire. I'm not gonna argue that one. I'm not gonna argue with that one. I'm getting a bit. I think it's a bit. He's coming to the end of his road. I think.
Normally, he's really good at characters, like rethinking characters and stuff. But I think he's got a stopping point. He's finally reached the end of him making characters look good.
Yes. I mean, I'd rather see the wizard than the learning tree. I'm sorry, people. I
I just want to see a plain old Chris Jericho. Like,
want the lion. I want Lionheart. That's who I want.
I don't know. He thinks this is good. Probably he thinks this is the
He,
greatest stuff that he's done. Probably if he does, he's a damn fool. But I don't see how he even likes that. Like who? I mean, but I think he should get a good final match because he is one of the best of all time, and he should get a really good send off. Like a lot of fans want him to just retire and that's it. But
yeah,
certain wrestlers deserve a good send off because they've given so much to wrestling that they deserve a good farewell from being in wrestling all these years when they didn't have to be.
you're
Uh,
right.
but Jericho deserves it. His contract expires at the end of 2025 for AEW,
Hmm.
so that's probably when he should retire. Artist Fisher, Cody, Rose, Styles, Clash of Castle, I Quit match. That's
Oh
going to be
man,
interesting. I'm
I'm
really looking
watching
forward to
that.
that. That's going to be exciting.
I've always loved the Clash of the Castle graphic with the dragon and everything. Oh, that's so cool. Blowing the
Yeah,
fire.
that's really cool. I knew that was going to happen, but I'm looking forward to it still.
They came out with big smiles on their face.
They already know they're going to win. I think their opponents even know that. They're not losing those belts that soon.
That's true with Red.
Oh, okay. The UFC is in town.
That no surprise there.
I don't know who these people are, but
I've heard something about them doing something at the where they shoot the UFC fights. I forget what the place is called.
where NXT is going to be at,
Yeah.
yeah, they're going to be at the UFC. Some of the UFCs that they're going to be at for Battleground this weekend. I wouldn't be surprised if
Mm.
UFC ever went to the WWE Performance Center.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't either. I mean, they're underneath the same umbrella now, so they're technically the same company now. So,
Yeah, Endeavor, TKO, they own both companies, so I wouldn't be surprised if on WrestleMania or something they book a UFC fight in a WWE event, like an actual UFC fight.
man, do you know how many WWE fans would hate that?
It'd be something different.
I mean, personally, I think it'd be awesome, but there'll
I
be
mean,
a section of fans that'll be like, "What the hell? I can't watch wrestling."
it technically is the same thing, except it's a little bit different rules and different
Right.
style. Just put
But
Conor McGregor.
I've always thought it'd be great to put them together.
Just put Conor McGregor on the screen. They'll be fine. Everybody be
There
fine.
you go.
No one will complain about that.
Yeah, Conor McGregor's a bigger character than Roman Reigns is, man.
See, I don't see it. Like he's such a good talker that
Yeah,
I
he's a
don't know.
great shit talker.
He would have to be on Raw on Netflix because the stuff that he says, it wouldn't fly on regular cable.
Right.
Or he may could. I don't know.
Because
Like
Conor McGregor, he doesn't have that filter.
he'd have been perfect in the Attitude Era. He
Yes.
he'd been perfect. But I'm surprised he hasn't tried to make the transition because he can make of course, a lot of money. But
The WWE couldn't afford me.
yeah, I remember one time he called John Cena a fat 40-year-old. But I wouldn't be surprised if one day at WrestleMania or something they have an actual UFC fight at a WWE event.
Yeah, we could be headed to it eventually. You never know.
But it would have to be something big like Nate Diaz. I don't know if he fights anymore, Nate Diaz or Conor McGregor, or it has to be something big to. It'd be definitely different. Or how about do a boxing? Well, that's not really the same thing. You can't really do that. I mean, they
Yeah,
could.
they
But,
tried that. They tried that with Brawl for Off, that kind of thing, and the fans hated it. So
well, if they did like two actual boxers, like, um, I mean, they're wanting to do this whole. Well, they actually rescheduled it to November. Jake Paul and Mike Tyson.
hmm
They rescheduled that whole fight till November. I told you that would happen. I knew it would
I,
happen.
I, I kind of I had a feeling about it because you know what, and there's also something that I heard too that if Mike Tyson wasn't able to compete,
Yeah,
that Logan Paul would step in his place, and it'll be Logan Paul versus Jake Paul.
as long as we still got Jake Paul, Mike Tyson, I'll be. I just want to see that fight really.
Right? Who doesn't want to see Jake get his ass knocked out?
He's probably glad it's postponed. But I think even with the health scare, I think Mike Tyson could still whoop him.
I think so too.
There ain't no way around that. Damn, went flying. I don't know. This could be the match of the night. LA Knight and Carmelo Hayes, they've went against each other before, and they've had good matches. So
I think as long as they keep doing things right with Carmelo Hayes, he's gonna transcend. He's gonna surpass.
I think LA Knight will be the next U.S. champion, and the person to beat LA Knight will probably be Carmelo Hayes. That's who it'll probably be
That's a
because
snug fit. Yeah.
LA Knight's probably going to win this match tonight. He already beat him in the. He beat him a few weeks ago. He's going to beat him twice if he wins tonight. He's going to get his win back, and it's probably going to be for the United States Championship. But by
Yeah, I can
then,
definitely see that.
he just work. He just looks perfect with the U.S. title. Like that title just fits him perfectly. Could be a world champion in the future.
Yeah, why not, dude? I can definitely see that happening.
Or when Trick Williams gets to the main roster, have them both as heel and have them win the tag titles.
That's a good idea, actually. That's not a bad idea.
Eventually, Trick Williams is going to come over. Eventually,
That'd be cool though, because like let's say like eventually the Street Profits found their way back to the title picture and they win the titles. You can have Trick and Carmelo coming in, and you can make something with the Street Profits and Trick and Carmelo. That'd be a cool story to tell.
yeah, that'd be really good.
I'm gonna take a bathroom break. I'll be right back.
All right. Hey, we're back. Commercial. Okay. Uh, no ways in top rule. Oh,
All right, I'm back.
suplex. No.
These two work really well together. This is awesome. Though. See, that's the thing. I never thought about not Trick Williams. I was going to say Trick Williams. I never thought about Carmelo Hayes and L.A. Knight. But it's like one of those things that I never would have thought about, but I'm glad to see it.
Yeah, these two work really good together. Like they're obviously really good on the mic, and they're really good in the ring too. That they got a lot of good chemistry. They've had to have went against each other in NXT before.
I'm
They
sure
have
they have.
because they have this type of good chemistry. They've had to have. If they haven't, that's pretty impressive. Two people who has never worked with each other to be this good. I've seen it happen before, but it's very rare.
And their styles mesh together so well.
See, Camille Hayes is more of a high flyer, and LA Knight's more of a kind of like the Rock, Stone Coldish type style. But
Yeah,
for whatever reason, they go well with each other. These two,
it is cool. It is really cool to watch. Oh damn!
please. No, I don't know what that sign said. So many people need to know how to spell when you make a sign to a wrestling show.
I remember one time I went to a house show, and this is whenever Kane was still wrestling. Some dude had a sign. I think he meant to say Kane eats boogers, but it said Kane eats boggers. I'm like, dude, come on. If you're gonna have a sign, spell the words right, bro.
I remember that one time we were watching the best of Samoa Joe and they Samoa Joe or something like that.
Samoa.
It was in TNA. It was what? It was like the main camera section.
I remember that.
At that point, don't even show it. Like, don't even just rip your sign up and don't even worry about it.
I'm, I'm thinking to myself, they had to look. They looked at that sign like, yep, that's it. That's the way it is. Okay, we're gonna go with that.
I don't know. They must not. I don't know how to spell or whatever. I don't know.
No proofreading.
Partially got someone second opinion. If they did and they agreed, then uh, oh, oh, we got it.
Oh,
That was a good match.
that was a damn good match. I think LA Knight's got a busted nose.
Yeah, yeah, he's bleeding. Yeah,
He pulled that off with the clinch, though.
I wonder what that means. He's gonna bring Smack to Logan Paul.
Oh boy,
He should show up on his podcast or something and ambush him or something.
I love that. Oh my god, why haven't they done that yet? Somebody hasn't attacked him on his
Like
own
one that they should
podcast
do,
yet.
they should recreate the Stone Cold and Booker T grocery store.
Yeah,
Tiffany's crap.
Tiffy.
Damn, you again. Damn.
Nia Jax looks good in gold.
Damn. Shoot. She swung her over that table. Damn. Wow, that was interesting. She chunked her over that table.
I gotta say, Nia looks good in gold.
Yeah, it fits kind of fits her perfectly.
And for those watching, I have a bit of a crush on Nia Jax, so a Queen Nia, as she would demand to be called. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. They're doing the battlegrounds of the UFC grounds. Well, should be interesting.
Yeah, it should be pretty good show this weekend.
But I love it though. The forbidden door is wide open. The Berlin Wall has come down, so to speak. You know, working with different companies now. It's pretty interesting. Time to be a wrestling fan, honestly.
I think for I don't even know I know WWE's not going to call it the Forbidden Door, but
No, they wouldn't call it that.
well, I know they have the show Worlds Collide. NXT does, and it used to
Yeah,
be NXT and NXT UK, but I mean they got an opportunity to do NXT and TNA. I think that would be pretty cool to do something they've never done that before. I mean, they've done it with brands within WWE, but
hmm
not an actual different promotion.
yeah, history making. I like Piper Niven. I think that she's like the best kept secret right now that they have is Piper Niven. But people don't know she's hardcore, man. I think they just watered her down in WWE. Like right now, she is like a watered down version of Piper Niven. Still good though, just a watered down version.
Yeah, I can't really get by. I mean, she's all right.
You gotta look at her old stuff, like before she got in WWE. Like she was hardcore. It's like how Shinsuke Nakamura was a beast in Japan, but you wouldn't know it because of all you've seen him do in WWE.
With Braun Strowman.
No, Shinsuke Nakamura.
Oh yeah, I hope they book him better in the next few years. It really shouldn't be years. It should be sometime this year. They should try to book him to a main event. I don't know about main event star. I don't know if he could be on the same level as Roman Reigns but
I think
I don't know.
Shinsuke can do one good run, at least one good run with the title.
I think if they put him on Raw again and have him go for the World Heavyweight title, then that would be. I don't know. Maybe he could win the Universal Undisputed Championship,
I
but they
think he
need to do.
could.
But they need to do something more with him than what they're doing right now.
I agree. I mean, because like in Japan, him and Brock Lesnar were beating the brakes off of each other. They had battles in Japan. Him and Brock Lesnar. Think about that. Shinsuke Nakamura and Brock Lesnar had battles. One match, and then the next match, it'll be like the next person would win, and they would go back and forth. I mean, these two would kill each other in the ring, basically in Japan. And I'm telling you, like if they took what Shinsuke was in Japan and bring it to WWE bring it to right now, you're gonna see a whole another Shinsuke Nakamura. I mean, it'll be badass. The chaos Shinsuke Nakamura. And for those who don't know, the chaos that was a faction that Shinsuke Nakamura led in Japan. Oh, great! Now I'm in a commercial. Just what I need.
Yeah. I didn't even watching. Got two people. I probably should have said when we had five people in here, but uh, I know someone mentioned it on our Dynamite reaction that they wanted to see an NXT Battleground. I don't know who it was, but an NXT Battleground live reaction. If anyone is interested in that, comment if you'd be interested in that.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, definitely.
if you guys would be interested in it, then it would make sense to do it. But if not, then it wouldn't make sense. But if you guys were interested in that, I know someone was already talking about it in the chat. NXT Battleground. But if anyone's interested, we possibly could do a live reaction to Battleground this weekend.
Yeah, it's up to you all.
I like how they make championship belts for sports teams.
That is pretty cool. I want to get me a Green Bay one personally.
You know they don't make one for Jacksonville Jaguars.
Are you kidding me?
I don't think they
Okay,
do.
I see why though. I can see why though.
I mean, they may make one and they just don't advertise it, but I don't think
I
they
mean,
do.
they don't want to they don't want to have to hand money over to to
Hey,
somebody who's their competition.
that's pretty cool baseball bats. But I would actually get one of those if I could.
Me too. I'd love to have a baseball bat like that. That is pretty cool.
I got Bailey in the ring. See what this is gonna do.
The Louisville Slugger. Oh, that's a DX bat. That's cool.
Are you ready? I know lots of times when if you meet Sting and you want him to sign a baseball bat, they won't let you bring it, like because they consider that a weapon. But
Oh, come on. I mean, the thing is, if you go into an event where Sting is and he's signing autographs and you see somebody with a bat, odds are it's for Sting to sign. I mean,
not
clearly,
kidding with it.
clearly.
There's some crazy people out there, but
But
that's
thing is,
like
exactly, you're right. There are crazy people out there, but I would like to think like the majority of fans that go to these shows and they know that Sting's gonna be there. The
dude.
first thing they're gonna do, oh, I want him to sign my bat. I
I
mean,
mean,
why
if you
not?
know Sting, you know he comes out with the bat most of the
Yeah.
time.
What they could do is just buy a bunch of bats, have Sting sign them, and then
Yeah,
sell those.
that's what they should do.
Boom.
Problem solved.
It just made you some money, Sting. Think about that, sir.
They wouldn't even let you take pictures. Like if you want a picture with like you couldn't take no flash photography in the place where Sting was. For
Well,
whatever
yeah,
reason,
you got to
video
pay
it.
for the photography.
I mean, you could get a picture on your phone, I guess, with him. But Chelsea Green looks pretty good tonight.
Yes, she does. I've always thought she looks way better in pink. I like her in pink. But yeah, I recommend like if anybody is a Piper Niven fan, check out like her early matches way before WWE. She was a brawler. And let's not take away from the champion. Bailey looks amazing tonight as well. Look at that jacket though. That's pretty cool.
Mhm.
Oh,
No
damn.
way, Raw. Rock's going to be good in the ring, though. Sometimes Piper Niven can be really sloppy in the ring. At least in WWE, I haven't really watched anything for outside of WWE. Probably because I can't wrestle.
I've seen Piper jump off a steel cage. That woman's badass.
Mhm.
She plays right into the whole what thing. See, the key is not to address the crowd when they're doing what. Let them do it.
It's hard to tell when can't do many moves in the ring. So
Yeah, they
maybe
limit her. That's what I'm saying. They limit her. That's what they do.
maybe she'll do good at the Clash of the Castle.
And that's another. And that's what I'm saying. Like Piper Niven's been like somebody that I've always thought was so underrated. Because they, like I said, they water her down here in WWE. But if you were to see her like overseas, if you ever saw a match of her, overseas somewhere, I mean, you'll see a different person. I'm gonna
One
turn
touch.
down my phone. All these people want to hit my phone up right when I'm on there. It seems it's like when they wait just to do that, just when they're on get on the air, then they want to bombard me with messages. All right, got the notification turned off. All right, hold on. I'll be right back.
All right. Hmm. That was interesting. All right. Main event time. Got a six-man tag. Kevin Owens, Street Profits versus the Bloodline. It should be an interesting match. Yeah, B-Fab with them. She was with the Hit Row. That was one of the worst groups that they. That was one of the worst people that Triple H brought back. Like they brought them all them back, and they released Top Dollar. He was in TNA. They got the other one. He was with Cedric Alexander. He's not really doing much. And B-Fab's with Street Profits and Bobby Lashley. Senior in ICW. Insane Championship Wrestling, I believe is what that's called. Yeah, I've seen her there sometimes. I just don't remember a lot of like her in ring stuff.
Okay, I'm back. Alrighty.
Uh,
Had to get my dog situated over here.
mhm.
Ugh. Oh, David says he'd watch Battlegrounds with us.
Yeah, I'd watch. Oh, we got one. Got one person.
It looks like you're right about the main event tonight.
Yeah, I kind of figured that'd be the main event. I mean, they started the show with it. It makes sense to end the show with it. So
Yeah, I like that though because that reminds me a lot of what they used to do in the Attitude Era, where they would give you who was going to be in the main event like right when the show begins, and like it would kind of go on through there and then it work its way to the main event.
that's what CM Punk did a lot on Collision.
Yeah,
Like I remember one time they had it was the one week where they had well the first week Ricky Starks beat CM Punk for the Owen Hart tournament. And next week they started the show, and then Christian Cage come out and who was it? Darby Allen. Well, no, Christian Cage and Ricky Starks teamed up. Like they came out and then they said CM Punk doesn't have any friends, and then Darby comes out, and then the match is later in the night, the main event. I like not every week, but do I like how I like when a show does it quite often. If
yeah.
you do it every week, then it's kind of predictable what's going to be the main event. But I think SmackDown does it pretty good. Like they don't do it all the time, but you watch Beverly Hills Cop?
Have I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Naomi.
The XFL Conference Championship. Honestly, I have not been keeping up with the XFL.
Smell match next week. Chelsea Green and Naomi.
I love it. I love Naomi. I love her. How can you not love her?
Yeah, it's official. Naomi and Chelsea Green next week. That should be a. Both women need to win bad. Chelsea Green needs to
Yes.
win, and Naomi really needs to win. So, oh, we also got Mia Yim mentioned versus Nia Jax. I think
Finally,
Nia Jax probably gonna win that, but I'm looking
probably.
forward to that match after seeing what they just did earlier.
That was pretty cool. Maya just threw it right over the table. That was pretty cool. And then
Yeah,
she slipped in the coffee.
yeah. I got the Grayson Waller fact with special guest as DIY. He was going to draw a match next week. I want to see you go to UFC and do that. Damn. I got to do something Andrade next week. I don't know who's going to win this. But the Bloodline need the win.
Hmm.
They kind of need this win.
It's crazy how all the NYEs look just alike. You know who's NYE when you look at them.
See, I would think Samoa Joe's in their family, but he's not.
It's like every time I see Solo, I see Alpha and Sika.
Yeah, like if you look at Zilla Fatu, he's a Umanga's son. He looks kind of like Solo.
Yeah.
He's got the body stature of the Usos. No, they got Lance Anoa'i. They got Alpha, not Alpha and Cinco, but there's another Alpha.
Yeah.
He was in WWE. He was with Legacy, Randy Orton and them.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Um, here's another one that was in MLW.
It was
Not
Rosie. Rosie, I think he passed away. That was Roman's big brother.
yeah, it was Rosie and Jamal. Well, Jamal was Umanga and Rosie. He looked just like Roman in the face. You look up a picture of
Yeah, Rosie looks just like Roman.
it, in the face. They got the same. It looks exactly
Or
like.
Roman, or Roman looks like Rosie.
Yeah, they both got the same kind of facial features.
Yeah, they all look like they're dead.
Everybody looks like someone in that family. Who else? There's someone else in MLW, not Zilla, not Jacob. There's another one. He's kind of a bigger guy, but and they got the Tonga twins. That's Haku's daughters. They
Oh
were
yeah, the Tonga twins. Yeah,
they're with women's wrestling, but apparently they're going to be leaving there and possibly going to NXT. Probably that
yeah.
probably
Because weren't Haku's daughters, weren't they the champions over at women of wrestling?
yeah. I think one of them was because that's
The
where they've
Tonga
been.
twins.
Yeah, that's where they've been at. But
Yeah,
apparently they've left there and they possibly could be headed to NXT. That's
and
obviously going to
bloodlines all over the wrestling business, man.
like eventually that's going to happen. And they'll be women's tag team champions, and I think one of these days they should have every champion be a Samoan family member. Have
That'd be
Roman,
fun.
have Roman as the Universal as their world heavyweight. Have no. Let's do this: The Rock as the Universal Undisputed Championship, Roman as the world heavyweight, Usos as tag, Solo as the Intercontinental.
Who'd be
Usos,
U.S.?
what's up?
Who would be the U.S. champ?
Solo's Intercontinental. The World Tag Titles go to Usos. WWE Championships go to God.
Hmm.
US either Jacob Fatu or Zilla Fatu.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
One of
I
them.
was thinking Zilla
And then
because his dad was Intercontinental Champion.
man,
Umaga, he was the IC champ, I believe.
the women, you put one on Nia Jax, and the other one you put on one of the Tonga twins. And
Yeah,
in the women's tag titles, you have the Tonga twins have them.
or you can have the female version of the Bloodline and have Nia Jax be the Solo or the Roman figure, and have the Tonga twins be the Uso figures.
I mean, they could really do that if they wanted to. I don't think they ever will, but they just be kind of cool to see.
Yeah.
Like have them all in the ring with titles. It won't be too long for the Usos sons are going to start wrestling.
Yeah, I saw Jay practicing hitting the mitts. His son's got hands though. I'll give him that. Jay's son got them hands.
Zilla Fatu's got a good spike. Like Solo does it, just a spike, but he does it like in midair when
The
like
Superman spike.
yeah, Jacob will do the Samoan drop and he'll do a spike in midair.
Yeah, that is a pretty cool. It's like the Superman punch with the spike. It's pretty sweet. It's pretty
Zilla's
cool
one,
twist on his father's move.
Zilla's one of my favorite independent wrestlers right now. He's really good.
Yeah, I got Zilla on my Facebook. He's very active on Facebook, man.
Yeah, he looks just like the Usos and a little bit of Solo.
Yeah,
He
you could
looks
tell they're related.
he looks nothing like Umaga though. Nothing, even though that's his dad, that wasn't nothing alike.
I think when you watch him in the ring, I see a lot of Umaga when you watch him.
See, I watched a little bit of him, but for his age, he's really good. I know he was wrestling at Reality of Wrestling. That's Booker T's wrestling school in Houston,
Yeah,
Texas.
yeah.
But he left there and went somewhere else. He's been doing like independent stuff.
Hmm.
It won't be for too
Yeah.
long. He's in WWE.
Oh, that's true. I believe that because Booker T did a lot of work with Umaga's son. So I'm pretty sure he's headed there eventually. Just I think it's when are they gonna pull the trigger on it? You know?
I think right now, I mean, they've already signed Jacob Fatu. They're just trying to work there because they had reports that they don't want him to overshadow Solo right now.
Right. That's exactly what I think it is. I mean,
But
because he would, dude.
eventually they're going to have to call him up. Well, not call him up, but
Yeah.
bring him in. They're going to have to do it eventually. So someone tells me he's going to be on Roman's side of the
Yeah.
bloodline, probably. He's not going to be with Solo. if they
I
wanted
think they're
to,
making the right call though.
if they wanted to, uh, do him 4-on-4, Roman, Usos, and Jacob versus God and Solo. You got Hikuleu, who's
Yeah.
he's the third brother of God. He's on he's on AEW Impact, not Impact TNA, New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Hmm.
But I want the 5-on-5. The Rock added and Zilla added. But I don't know. It's gonna be a lot of speculation up until Survivor Series.
Yeah, them fans are hype in Kentucky, boy.
Hmm.
Oh. Man, if you would have told me that I was going to see in 2024, I was going to see the Street Profits versus God, I would have said, "Get the hell out of here."
Yeah, I didn't have that on my bucket list either. Ooh, he ducked him seconds away from getting that.
Woo. That crowd's hot, boy. They got that crowd hot. Toma Tonga just slips right out of the ring. That's hilarious.
All right, if we can get a hot tag eventually.
There we go. Oh, damn it. No, not yet. It was close. That hot tag's coming. It's gonna. That crowd's heated up too.
All right, Kevin Owens got the hot tag.
That's one thing I
Oh,
love when you're watching. You can see the crowd heating up. You can actually watch them and getting heated up. It's like and then
ooh,
it ends up in the big crescendo.
one. That I always caught the
Oh,
I always caught the KO ball.
the KO ball.
That's what I always call it. Like the ankle lock. I used to call it the angle lock.
I used to too. I still do, honestly.
Every time I see someone, especially Chad Gable, I call it the angle lock. Damn, he is so about the he's the spike. Oh, stunner.
Uh oh.
He's stunned Mars. Oh, God makes the
Oh,
save. I don't know what to call him as a tag team because
that's what I'm saying. Like I don't know
I'm
what to
so,
call them either.
I'm so used to calling him God, so I'm just calling him God.
That's what I've been doing.
Damn, Angel Dawkins.
Oh.
He's damn. Ah, you son of a bitch.
Oh.
Damn. Angelo Dawkins whooping Solo's ass. Wow. Numbers game. Kinds of,
That's it. That's it. That's all it is, man. It's a numbers game. A numbers game, man.
but it's still the only.
Oh.
Now they're gonna light in the Solo. Our Randy Orton's got to come out. Randy
That's what I'm
Orton.
thinking. Where's Randy?
Crowds chant for him. Someone's got to make the save. If they don't, then Montez is gonna eat this spike.
Oh, damn. He took that spike. He ate all that spike.
I see what he did there. He's definitely trying to. We're definitely getting Roman and Solo at SummerSlam. He just did the spear. Solo
That's what I'm
never
saying.
Solo never does a spear at all.
Exactly. Look at that. He never does a spear. That's what I'm saying. He never does. I exactly, Connor. They're planting some seeds right there.
His
Like, was that an
finisher,
insult? Was that an insult to Roman? I mean, that's what I'm thinking.
someone's gonna go to that table.
Look at Paul Heyman just see the horns popping up.
I guess no one's gonna
His
make the
still
save.
showing.
Yeah, they're gonna put Kevin Owens to that table.
Oh, that table's a goner.
Ooh! Sometimes those bombs, those tables can survive a nuke. Like you could put anybody through it, it won't break.
That's the worst part when it doesn't break. That's worse. That hurts, man.
Well, it looks like SmackDown is going to end with the Bloodline standing tall.
So nobody comes out to help Kevin at all.
Randy Orton turned his back.
Nobody.
Well, it's not over yet. Maybe someone.
I mean,
Randy
you got to give it
Orton.
to Kevin Owens, man. He has balls. He's not gonna run away from the bloodline. You know, he's gonna go head on.
The Bloodline definitely needed to look strong in this episode to
Yeah.
take them more serious. To take them serious, people unfamiliar with God. I'm not only doing the Bloodline. What the heck?
Damn. Kevin ate shit, man. Damn. That sucks.
Put him, put his put him to that table. He ain't getting up.
Look at Paul Heyman like he didn't know this was gonna happen. Like you knew what you were doing.
Well,
Look at Paul.
you know,
He just looks frightened. Like he's being held hostage.
pretty much.
Oh man, what an episode.
The ending was very good. That's I said earlier, like that's the main parts of the wrestling show, and it was story. The
Yeah.
the beginning and the ending. The most important is the ending, but the beginning is also pretty important because if the beginning's not good, then why should people care for the ending?
Right.
Uh, but yeah, I thought it was a really good episode. There's a lot of good matches in this. Normally Raw has the better matches, but SmackDown had a really good. Even last week they had a lot of good matches, but this week Johnny Gargano and Grayson Waller that they had a really good match. LA Knight and Carmelo Hayes had a good match. The main event was really good too. Was hoping someone would have came out for Kevin Owens, but I was hoping Randy Orton, but no one
Poor
came out.
Kevin.
But the Bloodline stands tall. That's what just happened because if you're gonna do Roman and Solo SummerSlam, him mocking Roman by doing the spear and the Bloodline symbol, and that kind of goes a long ways in building that up. Uh, but yeah, that was a really good episode. My favorite match probably was still Grayson Waller and Johnny Gargano. Uh, but the AJ Styles and Cody Rhodes segment was really good as well.
Yeah.
It was confirmed tonight that the uh, undisputed World Heavyweight Championship match for Clash at the Castle will be Cody Rhodes versus AJ Styles, but in a I Quit match. Uh, I think this is going to be a really good match, and it will probably top their Backlash match in France. Uh, I don't know who's going to. I could actually see AJ Styles winning, but pulling off something to cheat to win, kind of like The Rock did.
Yeah.
Um, but I think realistically, Cody will probably retain, but I'm really excited for that match. Uh, yeah, what did you think of tonight's episode?
I think top to bottom, it was a pretty good episode. I mean, I wasn't really disappointed with it, and I think they're planting seeds. I think when it comes to the bloodline, and with also this racing, not racing, Grayson Waller and Austin Theory, that whole thing where Grayson just pulls Austin into the way into the line of
Yeah,
fire, so to speak. And the look on Austin's face was priceless. I loved it, and that was the funniest moment of the night for me. But I think for me, the match of the night was probably the same match, the tag team match. I mean, I want to see DIY get this tag team title, get those tag team titles, and I believe it's going to happen uh, eventually. I can't say when, but I know it's going to happen, and when it does, I'm going to lose my mind because I've been wanting this for years, and I think that they're finally going to lead up to it, and they're finally going to pull the trigger on it. But yeah, I think the show was pretty awesome tonight. For me, I'm going to give it a good 8.5.
yeah, I thought it was really good. I hope they win those titles at SummerSlam. I hope they do the exact same story I said tonight. With they're gonna go against each other on SmackDown. DIY loses. They go back and they talk like they've lost on Raw. That they lost against the Judgment Day.
Mhm.
Like 3 or 4 times. They lost against Awesome Truth to go to SmackDown to lose against A Town Down, and they get one more shot. But like A Town Down's like, can you guys go away? Like you guys have had many title shots. You're never gonna win. But if DIY loses this time, they have to disband as a group. They can no longer tag team. They can no longer tag together. But this time, it's at SummerSlam, Johnny Gargano's hometown, and DIY wins. And they finally get those tag titles. I think that would be the a perfect story. But
Yeah.
I think they're gonna give. I won't say give. They're gonna get those tag titles on DIY. But before this year's over with, I think they'll be tag champions. Uh, yeah, that was a really good show. If I had to rate it, I give it 8.5 out of 10. It was a really good, enjoyable episode. Uh, we had the LA Knight, Carmelo Hayes was really good. They have a lot of good chemistry. Uh,
Hmm.
Still planting seeds with LA Knight and Logan Paul. We saw Logan Paul there for a little bit in that video package, whatever you want to call it. But not even a video package, really. Just him at home filming himself.
Yeah,
Uh,
pretty much.
yeah. Nia Jackson mentioned stuff was pretty good, leading to a match next week. Uh, let's see. Well, Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair will be defending their WWE Women's Tag titles at Clash the Castle against Shayna and Zoe Stark and Alba Fire and I don't know what the other one's name is. Dawn. Yeah, I believe that's her name.
Uh,
Alba
her
Fire.
name escapes me too.
I know the one's Alba Fire and the other one's. I know her last name's Dawn.
Yeah.
But they had that match for Clash the Castle. But yeah, it was a pretty good episode. 8 out of 5 for me. Uh, yeah, I don't know if we'll be here for our SmackDown review because we could possibly do an NXT Battlegrounds live reaction. Uh, there seems to be a lot of hype with that whole pay per
Yeah.
view. Jordan Grace, TNA Knockouts champion, wrestling on NXT. Ethan Page's debut. Uh, there could possibly be some more surprises on there. You never know who might show up on NXT now. We might see some more TNA people. We might see a TNA invasion. You never know. Uh,
Hey, that'd be cool.
but if we do a NXT Battleground reaction, check on our Facebook account. That's where we'll make the advertisement for it, and you'll know if we're doing it or not. Uh, Links in the description below for our Facebook. Definitely subscribe to this channel. Uh, we do. We do. I want to get back to doing Raw react too, but we've been mostly on SmackDown reactions. We normally do SmackDown reviews on Sundays. This Sunday, if we do an NXT reaction, it probably won't do that. Or if we do it, it'll be during the day. But I think it'd be better just to do one thing rather
Yeah.
do two things. But whatever we do will be on that. And also in the link description, I have Mr. Jacob's Twitch account. Twitch. I popped in a few times. He was playing, I believe GTA. You were playing.
Yeah,
Uh,
online. Yeah.
you're playing a card game or something on there. I was seeing. Well, in the game,
Yeah, I
he
was in
was
the
on there.
casino. I think that's when you were watching.
But if anyone's wants to check that out, it's in the link description below. Mr. Jacob's Twitch account. I know you do it like every Saturday or Sunday. I know you posted.
Yeah, yeah. Saturday night Twitch.
But the link's in the description below. The link is in the description below if anyone wants to check that out. Definitely recommend checking it out. I know there was someone leaving a lot of comments too. It was kind of funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely go check that out. Uh, yeah, as I said last time, if we do an NXT Battleground watch along, definitely check on our Facebook account. But yeah, we'll see you guys possibly on Sunday for Battleground.
Peace.